Who is here today because they are angry? I hear you. I am angry too. I am 20 years old. I am part of a generation that has never known peace. A generation who grew up drilling for school shootings. A generation who grew up knowing we would probably never own homes. A generation who grew up with the blood of our country's genocides on our hands. A country who grew up and inherited a burning climate. I am angry at the way the world is, and I'm angry at how helpless I have felt to do anything about it. We stand out here, thousands upon thousands, people at 50 capitals across 50 states, week after week, calling our reps, marching in our streets, protesting in our national parks, occupying our campuses, screaming our lungs out, and what do we get back from the people who we elected to represent us? Silence. Silence as the world continues to go by. Shame. I know how easy it is, in light of this, to sit here and be overwhelmed by despair and to ask, what can I possibly do? I can come out here and I can scream, but who is listening? What could I do? And in response to that, I say, guys, look around you. Look around you. Here we are. There are thousands, millions of people, not just here, but in over 1,000 other places in this country today, at this very moment even, across all 50 states, across national borders, and other countries around the entire world. And all of us are fighting for a better world. There are so many of us, so many. This is how change happens. It happens when we look around and we realize we are so many and they are so few. And it is not for the few to tell the many what to do. We hold the power here. Give me a cheer if you participated in a boycott this year. Yeah. Hell yes. Boycotts are powerful, guys. They are an amazing example of what we can do when we harness our collective power. Tesla has lost around $800 billion in market cap. We did that. Boycotts are powerful. They work because we have power as consumers, but there is a role in which we all have far more power. All of us here, we are workers. Our labor is what makes the world go round. From the dockyards and the rail lines to the classrooms and the kitchens, our labor is what keeps the world running while the rich sit on their yachts and golf courses and play with our lives. But it's us that keep the lights on. So, if we withhold that labor, if we stop working, the world stops working. If they don't do what we want, we can bring them to their knees. Yeah. Because we hold the power here. So, what does that mean for us? Having that power is great. All of us being here is great. But how do we organize it? How do we make change with it? Well, research shows that only 3.5% of the population, just 3.5%, engage in a movement. It has never failed to bring about change. What does that mean for us? 3.5% of the US population is 11 million people. And so that's how many people we need to commit to stop working all at once, to commit to a strike. 11 million people to guarantee a change. I'm part of a movement called General Strike US that started in 2022 when Roe versus Wade was overturned. We're a decentralized network of people and organizations across all 50 states, and all of us are committed to building toward a general strike for a better world. At this moment, we have over 330,000 strike cards signed. That's a lot of people, and it could be more. So if you've been feeling hopeless and helpless this year, you've been showing up and shouting your lungs out and having no idea if it will ever do anything, here's something small and tangible that you can do. Sign a strike card. It's right on our website. It's generalstrikeus.com. And right now I have some fellow organizers out in the crowd passing out some strike cards, and they've also got a table over there if you guys want to give a cheer so they know where you are. So, guys, when I am done speaking, please come stop by, sign a strike card. We would love to talk to you. Come build with us. Come help us coalesce that power. All right, I've got one last point today, and it's maybe the most important one. I know many of you may already be pausing and going, wait, I like the idea, but I can't afford to not go to work. I still need a way to keep the lights on. I need to be able to feed my kids. And you know what? You're right. People on strike, we need to eat too. So what do we do? The reality is, no one is coming to save us. And that means we have to be the ones to save each other. The most revolutionary thing we can do is care about each other in a world that has taught us to only care about ourselves. The systems in place that are meant to support us are crumbling, and they will only continue to crumble, so we need to be the ones to support each other. So when you get home after this protest, maybe bake some cookies for your neighbors or invite them to a potluck or a drive-by barbecue. The important thing is to go out and build those connections, build those foundations for care. And from there, give your time, give your energy. If you're a gardener, meet up with other gardeners in your neighborhood. Start a community garden so you don't have to buy vegetables at Walmart. And maybe your neighbor who hunts and fishes on the weekend will share a venison steak with you to cook with those veggies. If you're a mechanic, maybe you can help your neighbor out with their car trouble for free. And maybe next week, when it snows, their snowblower will be the reason you don't throw out your back shoveling your driveway. We have to care about each other. First, because if we don't, no one will. And because second, this can only work if we do. You're right, isolated and alone, working paycheck to paycheck to keep your family afloat, wondering how on earth the last grocery run can possibly feed your kids until next Friday, stressed out and scared, of course you won't be able to participate in the strike. But together, in your community, feeding each other, caring for each other, sharing resources, living independently of these systems that are trying so hard to grind us into the ground, it won't matter if we're all on strike. It won't matter if any of us individually couldn't make it on our own, because together, we can. So, if you only take away a couple of things from me today, sign a strike card, and then go out and bake some cookies.